Hi everyone,
Hi.
we're back. As you can see, we're not in my living room.
No.
We are actually in a hotel in Bath. We've
We
taken a
are.
weekend off and having some time. And of course, because we're together, that means that I had to bring my laptop in order to do some videos. So this is the first of a few videos that we're thinking of doing over the weekend.
We're doing quite a few, aren't we?
We're planning to do quite a few. So yes, this is going to be the first of various ones, but this is one that we're really looking forward to doing.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, as you can probably guess from the title of this video, we're going to be talking about the Cormoran Strike novels.
Because it's quite good that I'm wearing this, actually, isn't it?
It is, JK.
JK represent.
Yeah, because Laura here hasn't read the novels.
I read the books, and I read them.
So I'm so happy.
All 3 of them in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It was just phenomenal.
So, obviously, because we're in Bath, I can't hold up the books to show you, but you know what they look like. I've shown them in other videos that we've done before.
Have pictures of them. I do have pictures of them on my phone, but you know what they look like.
You can search them on Amazon or Google or whatever if you want to know. Obviously, because there is the TV series that's going to be coming out later this year, we're going to be talking quite in depth about them. We'd want to flag up spoilers now. So if you
do not come into this thinking that we're just going to do like a rough outline.
No.
We are spoiling this. So you are warned.
Yeah.
You've been warned.
And if you don't know about the TV series, they're making a TV version of it, which will be aired on BBC sometime later this year, but we don't know when. Most likely, we think October-ish, September, because of the build up to Christmas, kind of time where they just not sure.
But having said that. They are showing Poldark, we think, in about June.
Yeah.
And if that has a 10-week run, like it did last time, that would take it through to September, which is about right.
So, I am praying to the BBC, that we will get, when Poldark Series 2 hits, we'll get the first trailer for Cormoran Strike.
Okay.
It's called Cormoran Strike, but they are adapting all 3 books that have been published so far. But anyway, let's
just talk about casting.
Yeah. Yes, okay, let's talk about the series for a bit first. So if you don't want to be spoiled about the stories, this won't cover anything.
No.
So casting. Strike, straight off the mark, our main guy.
Tom
Burke, we love him.
No. I love Tom Burke as an actor anyway.
Oh, yes,
I loved him in The Musketeers. I loved him in that Dracula. I loved him in
Casanova.
And he's been in loads of stuff. And he is so talented because his acting, it's all in his eyes.
Oh, yeah.
It's all there. And
Athos, the Musketeers, broke my heart.
He was such a darling.
Such a wonderful.
Such a gorgeous man. And I read, because what happened with me was I was reading The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson, this massive, epic fantasy novel.
Yeah.
And it was the 1st of April, absolutely gorgeous day, the first properly nice day of the year. And summer always attracts me to crime and thrillers and detective stories, and it was just lying there because I have like this mini library by my bed, like on the floor. I've got all my Harry Potters, and then I had the Cormoran Strike novels next to them, and I picked up A Cuckoo's Calling, and I thought, shall I not? And I thought, yeah, all right then. I read 80 pages in the first day, which is a lot for me.
Yeah.
And
but Tom Burke is
perfect as Cormoran. I could not think of anybody else who. I mean, I actually tweeted. I said that I'd just started reading The Cuckoo's Calling, and I couldn't think of anybody better than Tom to play Cormoran.
Yeah.
Because he can do tough vulnerability.
Oh yeah.
Beautifully.
Just look at Musketeers. Just look at Musketeers, and you have Cormoran Strike.
Yeah.
All over it. He's
and
awesome.
Perfect.
And Robin, who starts off as an assistant, but then obviously things lead on, is being played by Holiday Granger.
Love Holiday Granger. Holiday Granger, I think, is such an underrated actress.
Oh, totally.
Because I bought The Borgias on DVD. I know you haven't seen that.
No, I haven't.
the Borgias, she plays Lucrezia Borgia from about the age of 15 to, I think, maybe 24, 25. And you see Lucrezia go from being a very naive, innocent young girl to a deadly poisoner.
Yeah.
And a woman who... the Borgias is really awesome because her central relationship in it is with her brother Cesare, who she does end up having an incestuous relationship with, which sounds terrible. And on an ethical and moral and emotional
every other level,
it's wrong.
Yeah.
But they love and trust each other so much.
Yeah.
They are literally the only people in the world who can love and trust each other to the level that they need.
Right.
You end up really rooting for them. It's bizarre, but she is a wonderful, wonderful actress. Yeah. And I mean, she's done a lot of periods.
Lot of
stuff.
period
She's
stuff.
in
She's in Cinderella, yeah, she did. Lady Chastity's Lover.
Oh,
she's been in
Richard Madden.
She's been in
everything.
The BBC TV drama of Robin Hood. She did Merlin. The first thing I saw her, I think, was probably one of the first things she did, which was called The Illustrated Mum, which was an adaptation of Jacqueline Wilson novel.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's just really
perfect.
awesome.
She's awesome. And I think
Robin.
She's perfect casting as Robin, because I'm going to say now, I am Team Robin. I'm Team Cormoran, but I love me some Robin Ellicott.
I do love Robin as well. I think she's awesome. So we're really excited.
If she marries that prick.
Hang on, Laura, you're you're starting to go over to spoiler land.
Sorry.
So I think we'll shut off there about the TV drama. But we're very, very, very excited about the drama, which hopefully will hit around September.
Hopefully.
But now is the point where spoilers are coming in. So if you don't want to be spoiled for the TV series or for the books, we totally understand. Please shut off now, and thank you for watching what you have so far.
Love y'all. Bye.
Okay, so now we're going to delve into spoiler land. So Laura, because I have a bit of a funny story about Cuckoo's Calling, how I came to it.
Yeah.
Because I found that I literally walked into Waterstones one day, and there was a teeny tiny table with about 2, maybe 3 copies of the Cuckoo's Calling on it, and it said brand new out from new author Robert Galbrath.
Yeah.
And I picked it up and I flipped through it and I thought, oh, that's actually quite interesting. But I had to rush off. I had an appointment or something. I can't remember for the life of me what it was. So I was like, okay, I'll come back. I know exactly where it is. It's in the main bit. It's on this little table. Brilliant. I know what the cover looks like and all that lot. That's fine. So I went out. I left, came back like the next day, and it was gone. And I couldn't remember who the author was. I was thinking, the title is to do with a bird. I couldn't remember, and I was like, oh my god, I literally stalked the Waterstones website to try and find new arrivals.
What?
Every Waterstones I went past WH, any bookshop, I went crime section, I need to find this book, couldn't find it. And I was like, oh god. And then a few months later, the news broke that it was a JK, and I was like, you are joking me. And as soon as I saw the picture, I went, that's that book! I've been looking for that book for months. And I was like, so I didn't read it until the news came out that it was JK, but pretty much she sold like 1,500 copies before the news came. So there wasn't many people that would have read it before the news broke anyway, as it were, at that point. But that was how I came onto it, and I read it as soon as I got it, and I fell in love, and I said, you've got to read it, you have to read it, and you were like, yeah, I'll get to it. And then the second one I was like, no, you really have to. Now I go, third one, why aren't you reading this?
I think because I had I was reading the Outlander series, and I kind of think I had to read Harry Potter first.
Yeah, because you went back over the Harry Potter.
I did, as we've talked about.
Yeah, Outlander, a few individuals, and then Harry Potter, and then Cursed Child.
But I think I had to finish Harry Potter because I think J.K. Rowling is such a great writer, and I have to say, when I was reading Cuckoo's Calling, she has a particular style.
Yeah,
and I could see the similarities in the style.
Yeah.
Because she said it herself. I listened to kind of the audio of one of these like literature festivals, and she was saying Harry Potter is 6 whodunits, and 1 why done it. Why was it done?
Yeah.
And she's right. She's absolutely right. So that helped her, and I got to say, I think using Robert Galbraith, which someone on Tumblr, of course, because all the smart people are on Tumblr, they looked at what Robert Galbraith means, and the literal translation of it is famous stranger.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Galbraith means stranger, and Robert means famous.
There you go.
Famous stranger. She was talking about that, and talking about various elements of Cormoran, why she chose a veteran, why she chose to give him a prosthetic leg, why, and all this kind of stuff. And I read these books, and I was like, my God, this woman is a fucking genius.
Yeah.
Like a proper genius. For her to pull the rug the way she did at the end of The Cuckoo's Calling.
So, The Cuckoo's Calling.
Good bloody God!
If you have
everything,
if you haven't read it, the story premise is that a model fell from her balcony in a supposed suicide. From her apartment. Yes, it's her apartment. Very famous apartment. And it falls off the balcony and dives.
Yeah,
and it was ruled a suicide. Her brother turns up at Cormoran's office and says, "No one is listening to me. I think that this was not a suicide. I think my sister was murdered. Please help me."
Yeah,
and Cormoran is. He's a bit reluctant to take on the case, but then, as the brother says, many other detectives that he's been to have said no to him because it's stupid. She was a famous model who fell from a balcony
who had mental health and drug problems.
Mental health and drug problems. Yeah. So what is that? But Cormoran takes it on.
Yeah.
And it's about him investigating
because
this case.
He's broke.
Cormoran is in a very, very
he's in a really tough
bad situation. He is living in his office. Mm-hmm. He survives off beer that other people buy him, as in, he meets friends and they buy him pints, pot noodles and kebabs.
Oh, bless
him. He's very...
the
only way he can get a shower is to go to the local gym, the swimming bath, and use the showers there. He's in a bad place.
He's in a bad way.
He's in a bad place after a horrific breakup.
What I love about him is that he's in a bad place.
Yeah.
But he doesn't expect anybody else to pick him up.
No.
And he just kind of gets on with it, and he goes, it's fucking annoying. I don't have a bedroom, but whatever, I'm all right. I have a roof over my head.
Yeah.
And, she
another thing about him is that he fought it was Afghanistan, wasn't it?
Yes.
And he got horrifically injured and had one of his legs amputated below the knee. So, and I think maybe it's that thing of... Also, he doesn't like to show or acknowledge he has like a disability, because there was that point, wasn't it? Is it Silkworm, where his leg is really infected and he has to go without his prosthetic leg, and he feels embarrassed going down the street pin his leg up and go on crutches. It's kind of like he's got pride to him.
There is a pride issue in him, definitely.
Totally.
And I've got to say, I think, although I doubt she would say that, yes, you're right, I think there's a lot of comparativeness or comparison even with Harry Potter, the character of Harry Potter and Cormoran, in as much as Harry's amputated leg is the death of his parents.
Yeah.
What do you know what I mean? Yeah. That kind of hole in his heart.
Because Cormoran's is physical, whereas Harry's is emotional. And mental as well.
And it's a thing that they both need to learn to live with and overcome.
Yeah.
And I really, really enjoyed how she put in the details of the knee, that it's annoying. It
Yeah.
hurts him. It isn't just there.
Yeah.
It is almost, his leg is a character.
Yes,
in
totally.
itself. And I noticed as the Silkworm carried
Which
on,
is
second book, the deeper he got into that world, the more his leg hurt him.
Yes, yeah.
Whereas
but we'll explore that in a minute. But,
the leg is not a problem for him really in Career of Evil, is it?
No.
It's really
like
strange.
When he acknowledges it in his head, it becomes,
a thing.
But when he's not even thinking about it, it's it's just what it is.
And one of my favourite scenes in A Cuckoo's Calling, and I literally cannot wait for Tom Burke to do it, is the scene where he gets drunk because he finds out that his ex-fiancée is marrying the man she dumped for him.
Literally within months.
And they've had a 16-year relationship.
Exactly. It's not like it's been like a year or something.
It's been
16
a long
years.
time.
He has gone through him getting his leg blown off and all that lot in Afghanistan. They've gone all through all of that and all this stuff before, and it's so much stuff.
Robin and him have had a quite sort of arm's length relationship up to that point. She's just been his secretary. She notices things.
The temporary girl who turns up to work for a week turns out permanent.
I love
see right through.
I love that she never embarrasses him about it though. She never says to him, "Why is there a camp bed in your office?"
No.
She just kind of accepts it, turns a blind eye.
Yeah, because there is this really great scene because she turns up to work early, and she kind of interrupts it. And she sees the camp bed, just literally split second sees it, and she just kind of goes, "Oh, Cormoran, by the way, your next appointment's here, or be here soon.
Or do you want a cup of coffee or something?"
And she just turns away, and she doesn't acknowledge it, and he's really taken aback, and he's like, okay,
But she doesn't ever compromise his dignity.
Oh no,
to answer her curiosity. And I love that about her.
And I love about him how, and you can see it all the way through the books, how he is so respectful to women.
Oh my god, I love that about him. But I didn't say the scene.
Sorry, you didn't say the scene, did you?
The scene is, so after he finds out that the arch bitch Charlotte, because she is a bitch. She's a fucking bitch. She's awful to Cormoran. She presses buttons she knows will prompt response. She's a terrible person. Anyway, he gets monumentally pissed. Doesn't he? He drinks 13 pints in a very, very short period
in a
of
few
time.
hours.
Robin finds him, takes him back to his office, looks after him, puts him to bed, makes sure he's all right, and he's got water and aspirin. And he's kind of totally embarrassed about it. But then in the third book, Robin gets some bad news.
We'll talk about that later.
We'll get to that. And he does the same for her, and she's had 2 glasses of wine.
But she doesn't drink. She doesn't drink, so the fact that she doesn't drink at all, and then she's drunk 2 glasses of wine in quick succession, she's like,
and she's hungry. She hasn't eaten anything. She just gets totally pissed. But what was so lovely was he didn't take her back to his house. He didn't. No. He took her somewhere completely neutral.
He didn't take her back to her house either.
No, he didn't, because he knew that if she would have.
With her and Matthew would have.
With him, it would have been an absolute nightmare for her. So he puts her up in a hotel for a night. Puts her to bed. Again, aspirin, water. See you in the morning.
And
that's it.
That's it.
And I love the emotional arc of their bond, because I felt at the end of Career of Evil, they were one.
When they meet in Cuckoo's Calling, basically, Robin's a temp. She's taken a temp role for a week to be a secretary.
When she arrives.
Yeah, there is an unfortunate incident when she arrives, but Cormoran kind of saves her life in that when she
grabbing her boobs.
Yeah, but she was gonna fall down like 6 flights of stairs.
She was.
So we reached out and grabbed her and accidentally grabbed her boob.
Yeah.
But that's how they meet. That's their introduction. And she's just going to be there for a week to do some temporary secretarial work.
Yeah.
And the thing is that she sees things that he doesn't. She can speak to people that he.
Yeah.
So, for example, the guy. The client, the brother of the model, who has died, Luna is her actual name, but her friends call her Cuckoo. That's why it's called A Cuckoo's Calling. Well, there's another reason why it's called A Cuckoo's Calling, but that'll be revealing the big. She's so fucking clever. She's so good with names.
So clever.
I
just love her.
And well, yes, the client turns up and she says, "Do you want any coffee or tea or whatever?" And he says, "Yeah, I'll have this." And Cormoran says, "Yeah, I'll do that." And he thinks that she's going to go around the corner to the cafe because he's got no cups, he's got nothing and that. And 5 minutes later, she walks in with a full tray, plates, spoons, cups, teapot, all that lot. And he's like, "What? Where did that come from?" And it turns out that she spoke to the guy who owns the office downstairs and asked very nicely if she could borrow a few things. And he said yes. And he's really taken aback by this. And it's somebody who's worked in the office below him for many, many years and he's never actually met him. He's never spoken to him. So it's wonderful that she's able to do that. And
the green dress scene.
The green dress. Oh my god,
That's
I love
to
the
be
green
in it.
dress. If the green dress scene is not in the BBC drama, we are going to be angry. I think a lot of fans of the book are going to be fuming if
there are certain scenes in those books.
Do you know if
the
trailer hits and we see Robin in a green dress, I'm going to freak the hell out. I'm going to, you know what I mean? Because of that moment, what happens in that moment.
I've got to say the bit at the end when he gave it to her, I literally squealed.
Yeah.
Just because I'm going to say, I know you don't, but I want them together.
Well,
I want them to get together. I'm sorry.
Okay, here's the thing, right? I guess I wouldn't mind if they got together, but at the same time, I kind of like that they're not together because I love their relationship as it currently is.
Yeah.
I don't want them getting together and it to be messed up.
I mean, the thing is, though,
do you know what I mean?
The thing is, if J.K. has said that there are going to be more books in this series than Harry Potter.
Yeah.
So there were 7 Harry Potters.
Yeah.
So if she does say 10.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
That is a long time.
And a long time for a relationship to develop.
Well, this is the thing. Where it currently is at the moment, they don't know in the next book or so, I might be, oh yes, I really need them to get together now. Because we aren't there yet, so I don't know.
Lethal White.
Lethal White's the 4th book. We don't know yet when it's going to be published, but you know.
Probably October, I reckon.
That'll coincide with the release of the drama, most likely. Anyway, back to Robin. Robin can speak to people that Cormoran can't.
Yep.
Especially children.
Yes.
Which we really witness in the Silkworm. And also, it's so... Oh, yes, and I find it so interesting, especially we get this in Silkworm, how uncomfortable Cormoran feels in Silkworm talking to the victim's daughter, who has a learning disability.
She does.
And talking to other people with disabilities, kind of not just obviously physical, but you know, the whole range of disabilities.
Yeah.
How he feels quite awkward and he doesn't know what to say. But Robin is kind of the glue. She's able to talk to.
But I think he, because that particular girl, who is 25 but has probably the mental age of say a 8-year-old.
Yes.
To be fair to him though, he doesn't do children at all.
No, not even his nephews. Not even his nephews. I mean, Robin has to buy those presents.
Play with his nephew.
He does, but he can't connect. He's not like, hey, big hug and how you doing? You know, he's like,
he doesn't connect with them very well at all.
Hi, Jack. You having a good day? Yeah, that's good. Okay, here's your present. You know, kind of. He's quite shut off. Yeah. In a sense.
Yeah.
But he still, you know, he loves his nephew.
He does.
He does. Yeah. Cormoran's got a very is disturbed the word past to do with his mother and his father.
No, I don't think he has a disturbed. He knows. Yes, he knows his mother loved him.
Yes,
she absolutely did love him and his sister.
Yeah.
What happened was that Lena Strike had horrific taste in men.
Yeah, Lena's the mum.
Lena's his mother. And she had terrible taste in men. She chose men over him.
Yes.
Which I think is why Charlotte stung him badly.
Yes, yeah.
She chooses men over Cormoran all the time. And, you know, in Career of Evil, you learn all about his childhood. Well, not all about it, but a good chunk about it.
Yeah, a lot more.
That he came from a chaotic childhood, really. Apart from his time in Cornwall with his aunt and uncle, he had his childhood was chaos.
Yeah.
So it's quite fitting that a man who went into the army from chaos, came out of the army in chaos, and ended up tidying up puzzles.
Yes.
I think it's such a circular thing.
And I find it also so fascinating, the way that J.K. writes about fame in each of her books. Because Cormoran himself is, well, not famous, but he has a famous relative, and that his father was in quite a well-known band. Mm-hmm. So if you searched up his dad, you could find him on Wikipedia, kind of thing. You could, you know, and Robin actually does that, doesn't she? She finds out some things about his past, but you find out way more in Career of Evil, the third book. In the first one, we have a situation with Luna, who the victim. Lula. Sorry, I'm thinking of.
I know.
I'm thinking of Harry Potter. Lula. She was famous. Obviously, she was a model, and how fame can affect you. Yeah. And also, we think about it with Cormoran being the child of someone who's famous.
He is. He's kind of on the very edges, the very fringes of fame.
Yeah, very, very edges. But then with the Luna, I said it again, Luna.
To be honest with you, when I was reading it, I was like, Luna said, Lula, not Luna.
When the Lula case is over and it goes on to the Silkworm, he's kind of developed a bit of fame, as it were, from the papers. So, which means he's earning money. So he's managed to find a place to live. He's got a flat. He's got a flat. Yay!
Which is amazing.
I know.
Because I have to say, after 80 pages of The Cuckoo's Calling on that one day, I desperately wanted to take care of him.
Yeah, you want to.
But he would never allow you to.
No, he wouldn't.
He just would not allow anybody to. And he has friends, and even acknowledges in the book he would have people who would put him up.
Yeah.
But he just doesn't want to deal with pity, with people disrupting their lives to fit around him. He doesn't want people to.
He wants
fuss.
independence.
He does. He absolutely wants his independence.
But in the second book, we're onto a case of an author, a very well-known author who has disappeared and later found murdered, who has the most amazing name, Owen Quine. That is just like perfection.
Who wrote a book called Bombix Mori, which means the Silkworm.
The thing is, it's this whole thing. It's a very weird, super.
What I loved about the Silkworm though was the first book obviously introduces Cormoran and Robin.
Yeah.
And the second book, I think a second book in a series can often be difficult.
Oh, totally.
Because you're riding on the wave of the first. You've got to carry on the emotional arc of the relationship that you established in the first.
Yeah.
But you've got to make it compelling enough for the reader not to get bored.
Yeah.
Which she does, of course she does, because she's J.K.
She's amazing.
She's amazing. And what I loved about the Silkworm was it's because you only had how many suspects? You only had about 5 people.
5, maybe 6.
Maybe 6. And I love that she took on the publishing world.
Yeah, and this is the thing, right? So she's talking about this famous author who's gone missing, later found murdered, and he's got this weird book that he's written called Silkworm or Bombix Mori, and there's multiple versions of it.
The book sounds horrendous.
Yeah, the book sounds horrendous.
But I think I would actually read it.
I don't. It's really, really messed up. But this is the thing, right? That there's multiple versions, so we don't know which version the killer has read.
Yeah.
And the crime scene
is vile.
Oh, good God, how could you even imagine that?
It's disgusting.
But then, when you read that, you think that you'll never read anything worse. Career of Evil comes in and goes, move aside, girl.
Career of Evil made me feel physically sick.
Yeah.
Career of Evil, honestly, was...
That. Yeah, but going back to Silkworm first. Silkworm then looks at the publishing world. We're trying to figure out who it is, and the really from the bottom of the publishing world upwards, because you've got so many different levels.
Yeah,
it's
insane. But what I loved about
people's attitudes and how the media reacts to Owen's death and everything, and how she has felt, though not obviously not the same as death has happened, but had that thing of press going crazy and going through your bins and all that lot, and she explores it in this book. And goes, you want to know what it feels like? I'll show you what it feels like. But it's so interesting because you totally.
Cuckoo's Calling.
I feel like I kind of understood her on a different level when reading the Silkworm because of those various things.
See, I think
how it affects you psychologically.
I think Cuckoo's Calling is her exploration of being on the other side of fame.
Yeah,
that she shows you who the press and the public think Lula is.
Yes.
And then you see who Lula actually is.
Yeah.
And Lula, the real Lula, is an incredibly complex,
very
vulnerable person.
Totally.
Totally vulnerable.
I feel like if I were ever to, have a meal with Lula, that it would be very intellectual and all this stuff. Not that I'm saying that you think, oh, she's a dumb girl or whatever, but when you think model, automatic words you think are, dumb, blonde, skinny.
It is a stereotype.
It's a stereotype
that models are.
But that's what she's exploring. And she's saying hello just because, and just because she's a model doesn't mean that she doesn't have a brain.
And
she doesn't know how to feel.
Lula outsmarts the killer.
Yes, she does.
And what is so wonderful about the Silkworm is that she is destroying the idea that just because a writer writes literature, that makes it good.
Yeah.
Because I love the fact that she included the author who does not write literature, but sells books.
Yeah.
And you don't actually meet this person, but everybody who's a suspect derides this woman's work, despite the fact that she's living mortgage-free in a cottage in Cornwall.
Yeah.
And these people are like scraping together their last pennies because they're not.
I found it so interesting, the literary agent and stuff.
Yeah.
How their attitudes towards the literature world.
Yeah.
And who should have the rights to write books because of their quality and all that lot.
And
it was so interesting.
I feel like J.K. was taking a swipe. At. You do get writers who write for Booker Prizes.
Oh, yeah.
Who write for literary awards, but their books are fucking awful.
Yeah.
You can't read them. I'm sorry. There are people where I've opened like a book in a bookshelf, like a bookshop even, and it'll say this person won the Pulitzer for literature. This person won the Orange Prize, the Booker Prize, the this, the that, the other.
Costa Book Award for the year.
Whatever. You open it and I'm reading it and I'm like, why?
Yeah.
J.K. Rowling outsells those people 70-1.
I think, yeah. I also feel with Silkworm, she's kind of on a personal level addressing her dad as well.
Oh yes,
because her dad, she's estranged from her father for many, many years because of issues in the family.
They have a difficult relationship.
Yeah, and they got back to, they got back in contact with each other, and they were doing okay. And then J.K. has said this in public, and he asked her to pay off his debts, which was a substantial amount of money, and she said no. So he took first edition copies of Harry Potter, which she had given in to him with personal messages dedicated, to him, saying, "Dad, here's, X, Y, Z, blah, blah," and put them up for auction, sold them. And she went, right, we're done.
I don't blame her for
and
that.
And I don't blame her for that, but you can see that in certain aspects of Silkworm.
Yeah, definitely.
And I suppose you could say, in a sense, sort of, but not on the same level, Cuckoo's Calling, because of the relationship with family when fame enters.
Yeah, I think so too. And I really liked how in the Silkworm, Owen Quine's family life, although it wasn't entirely happy, was entirely real.
Yes, yeah. And I love that Cormoran was so protective of his wife, because she was the prime suspect.
She was.
And the police were like, we've got to get this woman, she's the one, and Cormoran went, no.
Because she refused to mourn in the way that they assumed a wife should.
Yeah.
But for her, it wasn't that she didn't love him or didn't miss him, it was simply Orlando, their daughter, who I thought about the Virginia Woolf book, and I thought, does that mean anything? But in actual fact, that was a reflection of the forum that he was on.
True,
wasn't it? But that's a different thing. But she doesn't mourn in the way that the police expect her to.
No.
But to her, he was never there.
Yeah.
He was not a good husband, but he was a good father. And that's why she stayed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And helping with Orlando, as we said, because, she had
mental difficulties.
Yeah. Having that support there meant a great deal to her.
Yeah.
So she went, okay. And then when he died, she's like, right.
She's like,
I'm on my own now.
But what was so lovely about the ending was that, ironically, his neglect of them is what gives her all that money when Bombix Mori is published.
True. Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's quite... It's interesting. Sometimes that is so the way though with artists, isn't it?
Yeah.
If they don't have, like you were talking about Bruce Springsteen, weren't you?
Yeah.
If they don't have the difficulties, they don't become the artist.
Yeah.
And they don't make the art.
It's because we were talking about Tupac and NWA and Bruce Springsteen on the train.
Yeah.
And I was saying about how I hate that people just assume that you are in a situation, good or bad, because of a choice that you made.
Yeah,
and sometimes it's not that case.
No.
It's how the dice rolls. It's the knock-on effect of an event that you had no control over.
Yeah, yeah.
And they just went with the wave, and here they are.
And it's like talking about Tupac, and I was saying, there is such a massive depth of humanity in his work. Yeah. When you see, the thing is with people like NWA, like Tupac, who come from a totally different background from you and me. Yeah. We could not be more different. We're white British girls, and they're black American men who come from who come from Compton, California, one of the poorest and roughest areas in America, who made art that reflected their reality, which is totally different from our reality, and yet you have to get past the whole image of it to see the humanity behind the image. Like Lula Landry.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
The connections, it's insane.
It's crazy.
With the Silkworm, there's also this really interesting thing of how it affects Cormoran.
Yeah.
Where there's oh no, sorry, I'm just about to talk about Career of Evil, not Silkworm. Well, but with Silkworm anyway, to do with what's going on with the whole area itself, with the literary world, because he doesn't understand it at all.
No, he doesn't.
But it's interesting because in the first one, he kind of understands, not only when near it, but he kind of understands fame, and Robin doesn't know. Mm-hmm. Then in the second one, neither of them know about the literary world. And in the third one, because of research, Robin learns about a certain element of the world that Cormoran has no idea about. So it's kind of like the table. Sometimes they're equal, sometimes the table with their relationship.
There's a scene in Career of Evil. I won't give it away to you, but that you'll know.
Yeah.
In the art gallery where he meets those two people.
Yes. So with Career of Evil, should we just explain what it's about?
Yeah. Go on.
So Career of Evil. It's a while after the Silkworm has happened, and cases are coming through, yada yada yada, and Robin's expecting a parcel, and there's a guy who turns up with a helmet on and that, gives her a parcel, she signs for it, goes into the office, and he drives off. And then she opens a parcel whilst on the phone, I think it is, from what I can remember, and finds a severed leg inside.
It's
a severed leg. It's a severed leg in the parcel.
It's almost funny. It's one of those.
It's like it's really quite funny, but it's not funny in the slightest.
Yeah.
Obviously, she screams her head off, and Cormoran comes and the police and get all that sorted anyway. And they quickly come to realise that the delivery man was not a delivery man at all, and it could be one of 4 people with vendetta against Cormoran, because all of them link to music in a sense of this screen, because attached to the leg is a passage from a song by Blue Oyster Cult. Now, I do like Blue Oyster Cult. I think they're awesome.
I've never heard of them. Sorry.
Laura had never heard of them. She didn't know.
No.
She didn't know any.
But I got to say, the lyrics are amazing.
Yeah.
The writing.
They're one of those bands, Laura, that if you search them on YouTube, you'll instantly know the song.
Right, okay.
They're featured quite a bit on Supernatural.
Right, okay.
And Blue Oyster Cult links to Cormoran because his middle name is Blue. His mother gave him the middle name Blue because she loved Blue Oyster Cult. And what J.K. does then, because every single chapter in the previous 2 books, she begins with a saying or Latin or something like that, and in every at the beginning of every single chapter, she begins with a quote from Blue Oyster Cult song, and attached to each of the body parts that are found, that are sent through the post, because there are multiple, are lyrics from Blue Oyster Cult.
But what I love as well is that each of the lyrics has something to do with what happens in the chapter.
Yeah.
It's quite it's so good. So good!
I kind of feel like J.K. must spend hours and hours researching, trying to find...
She was on Twitter. She was on Twitter and someone tweeted her with, "I hope you know Career of Evil gave me nightmares." Like this, and she replied and she said, "Well, you should see the books I have to read to write that stuff." I can't even imagine.
Yeah, so Career of Evil. Career of Evil. Like I said, you read the sequel and you go, "Oh my god," about the crime scene, but it's just a crime scene. It's just one scene. It's fine. And you're like, "Oh god, my god," because it is quite
vile
scene.
It's vile.
It's unlike anything I thought I would read about. And then Career of Evil comes along, and you're like, "I can't read this when I'm eating. I can't do that."
There's a scene in it where
it is so gross.
I literally I was reading it, and I don't even want to say what the scene was, but it had to do with biting.
Oh yeah, okay, I know exactly what you're talking about now. It's one of those things that these moments are so. As soon as you mention a word like that, I know exactly what moment she's talking about.
And I literally had to go, oh my Christ. I kind of like, okay, can we... And I turned the page and thankfully it was over in like 3 paragraphs and I just flew through it because I cannot hear this. I cannot listen to this. It was awful.
I will be very...
beautifully written. But
awful. Beautifully written, but
awful.
I will be very intrigued to see how they interpret that for the TV series, how far they'll go with it.
Yeah, see, that's going to be a hard one because it flips between Cormoran and Robin and the killer's perspective.
Yeah, because it's half written, this book, it's half written from the killer's perspective and half written as you read it, you know, the other 2 books, the third person of Robin and Cormoran. And when you have these moments, because there's possibly 4 people who are the killer, who are all linked to Cormoran's past in various different ways, and they have to figure out who it is. But the thing is that there are moments where, you know, the killer's saying, oh, let's look at them across the room in the pub, you know, kind of thing while I'm sat here. And then she'll just throw a line in the next chapter where it's Cormoran and Robin's point of view and say about the man in the black cap or something. And you're like, that's him! That's him! Turn around, look at him! But
it's honestly,
he's just
chilling.
Another guy.
It's absolutely chilling.
The killer in this is not just
he's
killer,
a psychopath. He's a total psychopath.
And saying he doesn't give anything away because all 4 suspects are
male. Yeah.
So, but it was, that was an intense one to read. But there is a section, as said in the art gallery, of Cormoran meeting a couple of people, and Robin knows that he's not going to handle this well. But they have to meet these 2 people, they have to talk about what they're going to talk about. Won't say what it is. And the way that he doesn't handle himself very well.
But I don't blame him.
But I don't blame him at all.
These people are ill.
Yes.
That's the only way I can describe it. They must be ill.
Yes.
To want to do what they want to do. Yes. And to talk to him as if he's won the lottery or is lucky because of what happened to him.
Yeah.
It was so... I honestly, by the end of that meeting, I was like, I felt...
It's draining, isn't it?
It is. It's like... Yeah. I felt like... I just wanted to give Cormoran a hug.
Yeah.
And like...
But Robin...
the shit out of that girl.
But Robin is so interesting in that moment because she completely keeps her composure.
Yeah.
Okay.
She can read him so
She can
well.
read him. And the moment where he starts to flinch or whatever, she knows, right, I'm going to talk about this thing. Let's just,
let's just pay the bill and
let's
go.
Just, let's just, sort that out. And she's able to calm him down in that moment. But I find in that scene, his character, and how protective he is of Robin throughout the books, but there's, a few kind of bits, especially in that book, where you can see he really cares for Robin, especially in Crown of Evil.
Yeah,
and they go through quite an interesting stage in their relationship as friends, as work colleagues. Mm-hmm. And the ending is perfect. The ending is phenomenal. The ending is just perfection.
If Robin Ellicott marries that prick, I'm going to be so...
We're talking about Matthew, the boyfriend.
Matthew, not Cormoran.
Yeah.
We love Cormoran.
Yeah, we love him.
Love Cormoran.
As Laura calls him, call me.
Call me.
Call me. And it was funny because you texted me out, why are you saying that? That's what I call him. What do you call him? I went, well, Cormoran, because that's his name.
He's call me.
Call me to Laura.
But if she marries Matthew, I'm going to be very upset. Matthew's a fucking prick.
Right, Matthew has been in it since the first book. He doesn't like Cormoran in the slightest. He doesn't like Robin working for him.
No.
He doesn't like the hours that Robin works. He's negative about everything to do with Robin. Everything.
He is.
Even to the degree of criticising even the tiniest things, like what she
I would argue Matthew's emotionally abusive to Robin. actually.
I think that's quite fair to say.
I think he's emotionally abusive.
But at the same time, she can hold her own.
She can, but she reduces herself and, like, I don't know, she just makes herself smaller to take in his presence.
Yeah.
And I don't like that about it.
Yeah.
And I think, I just need Matthew to be like a victim in the next book, and then he can not be there anymore.
Yeah, but especially because in the third book, in Career of Evil.
Oh, he did that thing.
He did. I want to say it because I read that and I was like, you right. I thought I could put up with him, but as soon as he did this, I was like, you prick. I hate you.
You fucking dick.
Evil. And that was, he deleted Cormoran from Robin's phone.
He stole her phone and
phone and deleted his phone number from it. Now, that's that. Oh no, I was.
You see, the thing that she found out, because I will say it.
Yeah.
She found out he cheated on her.
Yes.
When they were at university, because Robin had a terrible experience.
Yeah.
And
we only find out about it in Career of Evil, because there was this whole thing that, well, she says in the first book, because he asked her about her.
Yeah.
She's been to university, and she's like, yeah, I started psychology, but I dropped out.
Yeah.
And she doesn't talk about it. The second one she doesn't talk about. But then the third one, when she gets drunk, she reveals what happened to her.
Anyway.
And it was a massive thing.
Yeah. Matthew cheated on her with a friend of theirs.
Who is still in their life.
Who is still in their life.
Really weirdly.
And do you know what? They were kids.
Yeah.
And shit happens when you're a kid.
Yeah.
But deleting Cormoran's number happened now.
Yes.
That's
he made that choice.
He did.
Crossed the line.
He crossed the line. And I'm sorry. No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. And hope to Christ, by the time Lethal White starts, it's 6 months later and she's got an annulment.
Yeah.
Because they are married.
Well, yeah, because technically she said I do.
She said I do.
She did at the very end. But I love the fact that she was saying it looking at Cormoran.
Smiling at Cormoran.
And it says, smiling for the first time.
I ship it!
Entire day on her wedding day. The first time the bride smiled was to Cormoran.
I totally ship it. I
do like
Team Ella Strike.
I do like them together, but then at the same time, I don't know. I'm so conflicted because I like possibly the thought of them being together, but I can't see that because I don't want them to. I don't want something to mess it up.
What did I message you? They can't be Corbyn.
No,
because
Jeremy Corbyn.
They
can't be Corbyn. No, Jeremy Corbyn. Yeah.
So what was it? It has to be Robert Moran.
No, that doesn't work. Can we do
Ella Strike?
Ella Strike.
Ella Strike. I like that.
We'll go Team Ella Strike.
Team Ella Strike.
but I'm kind of Team Ella Strike, but I don't want it to happen because I don't want their relationship to be ruined. But then, as you said, because this is books 1, 2, 3 of a possible maybe 10 book series or something.
So that's a long time.
Exactly. So maybe during the fourth book, I'll suddenly be on Team Ella. I honestly do not know. Ella Strike. Sorry.
Ella Strike.
I honestly do not know. But I adore their relationship, the complexity of it.
Yeah.
I adore that Robin constantly surprises Cormoran. Like, there's this whole situation in Silkworm where they're travelling, is it Cornwall or something? I can't remember where they're travelling to. And there's Devon. And there's a car accident that happens in front of them, and Robin suddenly has to swerve and all that. And when it's all over and the car stops, Cormoran's like wide-eyed going, "What? How in the hell?" She went, "Oh yeah, I did a course once.
I took
advanced driving lessons because I'm really into."
She loves driving.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a speed junkie. And he's like,
"Okay,
just
but
she's got all
can I
of these
just say
skills
though,
that are so brilliant for the two of them."
Yeah, can I just say the way that these mysteries are constructed are so clever.
Phenomenal.
They're wonderful. I love them.
And every book, because obviously I'd read them before, you kept on texting me going, Oh, I think I know who it is. And I'm thinking, and I didn't say anything, and I was thinking, yeah, I was doing the exact same thing. It's just kind of, when I first read them, and then when you found out what had happened at the end of each book, you were like, fucking hell. You would like text in capital letters.
Could not believe the
brilliant, I think, just for me personally, her best one is Career of Evil, and how that is constructed and how that is brought together.
You see,
especially the ending sequence.
I think of the. God, it's so hard because they're all so good.
Yeah,
but for me personally, Cuckoo's Calling. Yeah, was my favourite of the three. Yeah, I couldn't even poll them, to be honest. Because
this is the thing. I couldn't separate out them really. But the Career of Evil is the one that really stands out prominently in my mind when I think of strike novels. It's Career of Evil, so that's why I say Career of Evil is my favourite. But it's very, very hard to scale them.
But no, I love them, and I cannot wait for the TV series. It's going to be lit. I cannot wait. I'm so excited to see Tom Burke as Cormoran. Yeah. Tom Burke, who looks nothing like Cormoran.
Nothing like
but who cares? Who cares?
As long as he's able to play Cormoran, that's the main thing. And I love the fact that Tom Burke was saying in an interview with, it was Vogue, wasn't it? And they did that photo shoot.
And ridiculously hot photo shoot. They both looked amazing.
And he was saying how he was working with a movement coach in order to know what it would be like if he had a prosthetic leg, in order to make sure his stride is correct. And
I hope that they make it as big a deal as it is in the book.
Me too.
Because the leg is annoying. Yeah. And he has to... It really hurts sometimes, and
I love him. And I love it. So it's actually kind of links to his situation, the first one, in regards to that. Like in the second book, he's got that infection in his knee, and even though he's got money now, he still hasn't got that much, and so he's like, well, can I really afford to go get it checked out?
And he lives in London.
Exactly, which is so expensive, and it's like
expensive.
I'd have to go to a really expensive doctor in order to get this looked at. I can't really afford it, so I'll just put up with it, and it becomes a real pain for him.
Is it that though with him, or is it more like I was in the hospital for 6 months?
Well, this is the thing. It's also
want to go.
So when you go, when obviously, because we never experienced losing a limb. No. But obviously, if you ever have, or if you have in the future, that really messes you up psychologically. Yeah, and he kind of talks about the psychological effects, doesn't it? Or J.K. does.
Yeah, she does. He's almost got PTSD about it, actually, hasn't he? He's quite. But I love Cormoran so much. I love Robin so much.
Can I just say one other thing? We're very, very much like Cormoran's friends, don't we? He's got a lot of connections in the police world, and it's kind of like...
Shank is my favourite.
Yeah, Shank is awesome.
I love
Shank
that man.
Is like the ultimate best friend to have in the
He's
world.
Brilliant.
He's kind of
police.
Oh no, sorry, I'm thinking of his other mate.
In the criminal underworld.
Yeah, I'm thinking of his other mate.
Wardle.
Wardle. Yeah. I'm thinking of Wardle. Shank's not. Sorry, I got the muddled in my head. But he's kind of like, I'll do you a solid, you do me a solid. And he's able.
I'll tell you stuff. You tell me stuff.
Yeah. Well, he's like, I could tell you about, this guy who's possibly murdered his wife or whatever, if you get me that police file that's locked away in the cabinet. Yeah. And just let me peruse it for an hour.
I've got some information about those drug runners.
Yeah.
And
the way that he presents that to Wardle, and Wardle's like, do you want another drink? Yeah, all right. It's just how that just communicates. Yeah, you're on. Yeah, I'll sort you out. Kind of thing.
And what I loved as well is
communication over beer. It's awesome.
There were cases in it that they were doing, like Mad Dad.
Oh, Mad Dad.
And, what was the other one? The stripper that they were stalking, who actually had a really boring life.
Oh,
Two times.
She
was being stalked by her boyfriend, who was convinced that she was two-timing him.
So they've got all of these code names.
They have. But these cases where they're actually really quite dull and they're just surveillance, but they pay.
And I love that Cormoran keeps on getting death threats, and Robin's like, oh my god, what do we do? It's like, oh yeah, shove them in the drawer with the others.
It's honestly, though, I am so excited for Lethal White, and I'm so excited for the TV show. Yeah. And I hope and pray the BBC do them justice and don't, because Cuckoo's Calling has 3 episodes, doesn't it? Silkworm has 2.
2, I think.
So does Career of Evil.
Yeah, because it's 7
in total,
yeah.
Which probably would be about right.
I think
they're an hour each.
So. Yeah.
Because in the Cuckoo's Calling, I suppose they could even put in some of the relationship development from Silkworm and Career of Evil into that.
Yeah,
couldn't
they could do. It depends on how they do it.
So no, I'm so excited for it.
Yeah, so much.
And perhaps we'll do another one of these when it's been shown.
I think we should.
And
yeah,
we can talk more
about the story.
Yeah,
that we did go through with this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, we think they're awesome. You need to read Casual Vacancy Left, don't you? Out of J.K.'s books.
I might, because I'm reading the new Paula Hawkins Into the Water at the moment, which is odd. I'm reading that the most, so I might pick up Casual Vacancy once I finish that, because I'm reading like standalone thrillers at the moment.
Yeah,
so because I tend to read fantasy series in the winter.
Yeah.
And
it'll be interesting to hear what you think of Casual Vacancy as well, because you saw the drama, didn't you?
I did,
and
I didn't like it.
I thought it was okay, but it didn't go anywhere near the darkness of of what the book was actually trying to convey, and they changed the ending, and I was like, damn it, you've completely destroyed the
got the DVD?
No, I didn't buy it, because I was like, no.
You were so disgusted by it.
Well, I wasn't so disgusted, but I was like, yeah, I'm not that fussed about it. Yeah. But I really, because you've seen the drama, your perspective reading the book, I think would be.
To be honest, though, it was that long ago.
Well, no, it's not like it was like yesterday.
No, and
but you know, like how the ending and all that lot, and how it was very sugar coated.
That's true. Actually, they didn't do what happens in the novel, did they? No, I was thinking about something else, but no, you mean Crystal, don't you?
Yeah, but other things as well.
Right. Okay.
And there's a whole character who's in it who's absolutely amazing, and she is just literally a girl wearing headphones in every.
Yes, is that the Sikh girl?
Yeah.
Sukhvinder, is that her
name?
How do I remember this? Like, I swear, my brain cannot process details it does not want to remember.
Well, therefore, you must really want to read the book then, if you remember her name.
It processes and remembers names from books I've literally never read, but want to read.
Well, thus you want to read it.
I will read it next.
I'll read it next.
I'll read it next.
So maybe we could do a video about Casual Vacancy once you've done that.
Next time.
Yeah, we'll definitely be back and do one after Cormoran Strike. It's called Cormoran Strike. It's not the individual names of the books of the series code. After that's been released, then we'll see what we think of it.
It's gonna be so good, guys. I can't wait. Anyway.
I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you guys later.
Yeah,
and we'll be back soon with another video.
Yes, and
we're so excited about the next one.
We're gonna be talking about something really, really good.
Yeah. And it's not a book.
No, it's not.
Okay, we'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.